What is the limit of this?
Five.
Limit is what?
5.
5. Again, same mistake.
No,
Each and
no, no.
every
Sir,
The
I cap
limit
plus
is
4k cap.
I cap
one
plus
I
4k cap.
one I plus zero
Sir, I
j.
cut plus 4J.
yes,
I plus
exactly. Why? That's why are you just keep on doing same mistake? These literal addition is like this. Is like this. Without the limit here, you will get what? 1, 0, 4. Right? This is I plus 0j plus. Why are you adding this 4 plus 1, 5? Okay, okay. Please don't do that mistake. What about this? Just let's write it the other form so that you don't do. What about this limit?
1i 1j 0. 5i cap plus 1
The 5
j
cap
and
plus
0k.
j cap plus 0k cap.
5, 1, right? This is the vector. Okay, so it is clear, right? That they are not addition, right? They are not literal addition. Please don't do this mistake. Don't add this like 5 plus 1, 6. Now, in the last class, I have told you this modulus will be replaced by this double modulus, which is called mod, sorry, which is called norm. Okay. Now, let's understand some geometric representation. Now, here, this is your RT. This is your RT. Now, they are all vectors, right? RT is a position vector and L is a limiting vector. L is called the limiting vector. Now, what is it saying? The definition says that R be a vector valued function that it is defined for all t in some open interval containing the number a, except that RT need not be defined at a. We will write limit t tends to a RT equal to L. If and only limit norm of RT minus L, and in the last class I have shown, I have given you this definition also. RT minus less than epsilon whenever mod of t minus a less than delta depends upon epsilon. Okay, the same thing. So, यहाँ पे if they just take this limit in the left side, then see L is not dependent upon A. L is not dependent upon A. So that's why we can write this, right? The T R is dependent upon T. So the limit will occur on R only, nothing else. Geometrically, what they are saying that RT will approach a limiting vector L as T approaches A if and only if the component function of RT approaches the corresponding components of LT. Now, let's say RT is made up of FT, GT and HT. This says as t tends to a, ft let's say approaches L1, GT approaches L2 and HT approaches L3, then L will be your this vector L1, L2, L3. I hope it is clear by now. Okay. So here in 2 dimension, जैसे हम फंक्शन के केस में करते थे, वहां पे हम जो लिमिट लेते थे, जैसे ऐसा एक फंक्शन है, let's say this is y equal to fx. So let's say here is some value which is your L and here is x. Then this is the interval as x approaches c. अगर हमारा होता था लिमिट x tends to c, fx equal to L, ऐसा कुछ होता था. So this is our L and this is our c. So we could have seen that x approaches c from the left hand and right hand side. But here it's not that case. Okay, here you cannot see t. t का कोई यहाँ पे डायमेंशन हम पुट नहीं कर सकते because t is our parameter. T is our parameter. Okay, so we cannot see t. So we just t is somewhere here, which is another dimension, which is on the real line. Okay, यहीं पे यहाँ पे t है आपका सॉरी यहाँ पे a है और t आपका अप्रोच कर रहा है लेफ्ट हैंड या राइट हैंड से. तो अगर t approaches in the real line towards a, then this will happen in the vector field. Okay, थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है हमारा जो हमने रियल वैल्यू लिमिट किया था in the unit 1 chapter. So that's a little bit different with the real valued limit. Now, definition of continuity. Now, we didn't study the definition of continuity. Let me just rephrase that in real value. Definition of continuity in real valued function. Now, this is some extension of limiting concept. Let's say here is a function. So what the definition of continuity says, a function is continuous at a point C if these things, this limiting definition will satisfy. That means limit x tends to c, fx, if it is fc, then we can tell that fx is continuous at c. Now, if f is defined from an interval to r, then we can call that function is continuous at each and every point in the interval. Then we can say that if this kind of limit will exist for all x belongs to I. I में जितने भी x है, अगर उस सारे x के लिए ये अगर लिमिट हमारा एग्जिस्ट करता है, देन वी कैन से दैट। तो इसका मतलब क्या है, व्हाट डज इट मीन? इट मीन्स बेसिकली लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट equal to the right hand limit equal to the functional value, equal to the functional value. This is a little bit elaboration. These three things happen, then we call that function is continuous at C. Okay. Now epsilon delta definition same as limiting definition. That means for a pre-assigned pre-assigned positive epsilon, there exists a delta depending upon epsilon and C such that mod of fx minus fc less than epsilon whenever mod of x minus c less than delta. Then we can say that the function will be continuous at x equal to. So see, if you just remove this modulus, so what will happen? Fx will lie between fc plus epsilon to fc minus epsilon. If you remove this modulus, so it will be x lies between c plus delta to c minus delta. Okay, so this is what I have tried to shown in the this diagram. So this is the interval in the domain, and this is the interval in the codomain. So if x approaches from this side, so this will be left hand limit, that is c minus. If f approaches from this side, so that will be the right hand limit, that is c plus. And this is जो limit पे हम करते थे, ये fc is our L in case of limit. अगर हम only limit कहते हैं, so that will be our L basically. Then it will be converted into simple limiting definition. Okay. Let's make the trivial examples. Okay, yes, yes. Yes. Let's take a very simple example and tell me whether this function is continuous or not according to the definition. What about fx is equal to mod x? Now discuss. Before going into that, just take the simple x. Discuss continuity at x equal to 0. X equals to 0 पे देखो continuous है या नहीं from the above given definition. What can you say? All you need to is check that limit x tends to 0, fx जो value होता है आपका, that value should be same as this value. So this is a really trivial example, right? So f0 is what? F0 is 0. Here the limit, without going into the epsilon delta definition, we can straight away say that, right? Let's consider instead of 0, so that I can show you in the definition, let's consider any other point. Let's consider that x equal to c. So what will happen? Let c is any real number, then mod of fx minus fc is what? That is x minus c. According to the definition, fx equal to x. This is basically a straight line passing through origin. So for a chosen positive epsilon, then mod of fx minus fc less than epsilon whenever mod of x minus c less than what? यहाँ पे क्या होगा बताओ? What will be this? यहाँ पे हमने देख ली fx और fc जो है सेम है, तो इसको भी हम
डेल्टा
नहीं डेल्टा तो डेफिनेशन में है, वो तो हम बाद में अभी करेंगे, बट बिफोर दैट मुझे लग रहा है लिमिट का एक कंसेप्ट फिर से रिकैपिचुलेट करना पड़ेगा. So from here, what can you conclude? That our delta is what? Delta is dependent upon epsilon, right? Delta is basically a function expression of epsilon. So here, your delta equal to epsilon, basically. Okay. Okay. So f is continuous at C. Okay. So this is a little bit definition of continuity. हम इस पे और ज्यादा नहीं, क्योंकि आप लोग के रियल वैल्यू फंक्शन की कंटिन्यूटी है नहीं. जस्ट फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग वेक्टर वैल्यू का जो कंटिन्यूटी का डेफिनेशन है वो समझने के लिए हमें करना पड़ा. तो यहाँ पे भी देखो, I is what? Functional value. This is the functional value at t equal to a. T equal to a पे functional value के साथ ये limiting value अगर same होगा, then we call continuous at t equal to a. Just same as real valued function. So again, we say that RT is continuous on an interval I if it is continuous at each and every point of I. Okay, each and every point of I. So basically, with understanding that at an endpoint in I, the two-sided limit is replaced by appropriate one-sided limit. So basically, what is it saying? If I is an interval, I is a, let's say, an open interval, then it is saying that to become continuity, तो C पे क्या हम कर देखेंगे? C पे हम will consider the right hand limit, okay, and D पे will consider the left hand limit. Okay, that's what they are saying. All other points between C and D will consider the both-sided limit. Okay. Now discuss the continuity. Discuss the continuity vector valued function RT equal to cos t at t equal to 0. Discuss the continuity. So what can you say? Whether this vector valued function is continuous
Sir,
at right? So for that, what you need to do? क्या करना है हमें? You need to calculate this,
apply limit.
right? So what will be this? This is limit cos t, t tends to 0, I plus limit t tends to 0, sin t, j plus limit t tends to 0, t, k. Now we need to check that if all these three limits will exist or not. So this will 1, this will be 0, and again this will be 0k. To calculate this also R0, so again this will be I. They are same, this and this quantity, so you can say that RT is continuous at t equal to. Okay, so another example. These are really trivial ones. These are real trivial examples. Now let's go for another problem. RT is e power 5t log t plus 1 and cost. RT is this vector. So determine for what value of t RT is continuous. Here you need to give a range of values for t, okay, for which RT will be continuous. So can you tell me what is that?
It is
It is continuous
domain of RT.
domain of RT. So any other suggestion? Do you guys understand the question? तो अगर क्वेश्चन समझने में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है तो आई कैन एक्सप्लेन इट वंस अगेन. Basically, we need to check for the component function, which is e power 5t log of t plus 1 and cos t. Right. So as he said, we need to check the continuity of each component function. So e power 5t is continuous at where? E power 5t is continuous
On R.
on entire R. राइट क्योंकि इसका जो लिमिट है सारे t के लिए एग्जिस्ट करेगा. इसका जो ग्राफ होता है दैट इज समथिंग लाइक दिस. तो this entire R from minus infinity to plus infinity, e power 5t will give you some value. E power 5t will give you some value. From there you can say that e power 5t is continuous on the entire R. So what about log t plus 1? Is continuous
minus 1
where?
to infinity.
So it is continuous on minus 1 to infinity, right? And again cos t is continuous on entire R. So this function will be continuous on if t is greater than -1. Okay, so it is the basically the domain, where the rt, the limiting value of rt will exist basically. ठीक है, डोमेन में किसी भी वैल्यू के लिए जो हमारा rt का लिमिटिंग वैल्यू वो एग्जिस्ट करेगा. ठीक है, so as he said, the first place that the function will be continuous in the entire domain of the function. Okay, so I hope you are getting some ideas. What about this? What about this function? Tell me the what are the values for which this will be continuous?
Sir, R minus
T
3.
greater than 3.
Hmm.
Sir, for all values of t greater than 3.
For all
Sir,
values
for
of,
values R minus 3, sir.
for values r minus 3.
Like R without.
The real line without 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you sure about it?
I think so, sir.
Okay, what is the domain for this? What is the domain for this? The domain for this is minus infinity to plus infinity. Right? That is continuous for all t.
Yes, sir.
This is the domain for this is
Minus 3.
okay. So what about this? Let's ht is your 10t. Okay. Now tell me the domain.
Or minus n pi by 2.
R minus n pi by 2. So अभी भी थोड़ा सा wrong है.
2n minus 1 pi by
2n
2.
plus 1, हाँ 2n minus what plus 1, right? Minus और plus 1 pi by 2. ठीक है, तो ये undefined कहाँ पे हो रहा है? tan of pi by 2 is
Odd
undefined,
multiples of pi by 2.
right? So odd multiples of pi by 2. All those points, सारे जो points है ठीक है, वहां पे ये undefined हो जाएगा tan t. तो हमारा डोमेन क्या होगा? r minus 3 okay. This comes from the where n is a integer. Okay. Odd multiples of, I think you guys understood this. tan t undefined कहाँ पे होगा? tan pi by 2 में. So tan theta equal to tan alpha. So from here, from generalized solution, you will get this solution t equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Okay. So this will be the domain for this function. So this will be continuous in here. Okay, r minus 3 comma 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Okay, तो आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. अच्छा, are you guys familiar with this step function? Are you guys familiar with this step x?
Yes, sir.
Can we write down step x as floor x? Is it same as floor x?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Right. So tell me, dear, what is the definition?
Sir, the greatest integer function is the function which gives the greatest integer value that is less than the input value, sir.
I want you to define the function like this. Right? Am I defining it correct? Okay, and so on. And what about the negative part? यहाँ पे क्या होगा? What about the negative part?
-2 is for like -1 greater than t less than -2.
You missed a spot, dear. Okay. This is basically the definition of step x. This is called greatest integer function or step function, and this is called floor function. They are basically same. So these are the intervals, and you will take the smaller one. Okay, so that's why it is called floor. And there is another function called ceiling function that is defined like this. And in that case, you will take the larger value. Okay, so let me just show you the graph for this. Do you know what will be the graph? There is a reason that we call it a step function, because the graph looks like steps. The graph will be like this. Who can tell how the graph will look like? Other than Harish. Harish, anyone else? ग्राफ कैसा दिखेगा दोस्तों इसका?
So it's
Sir,
like steps.
It's like steps, like this.
stairs.
Yes, sir.
ऐसे होगा ना?
No, sir. But with a
Vertical
with
Only
line.
horizontal.
हाँ, ये भी स्टेप
सर
है.
वर्टिकल लाइन नहीं होगी
वर्टिकल
हाँ
है.
जी.
अच्छी.
और नॉट होगा एक एंड लेफ्ट एंड पे
हाँ, वो
बिल्कुल.
क्लोज्ड इंटरवल होगा.
चलो चलो, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. ओके. राइट, सही है ना? सिमिलरली oh, if this is 1 minus 1 होगी. Just a minute. Okay. So I think you understand how the graph will be. Okay. Here. Okay. So for 0 to 1, इट विल टेक 0, तो दिस इज 0 to 1, तो 1 जो है हमारा यहाँ पे ओपन इंटरवल है, सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस, एंड अगेन हियर आल्सो 2 पे जो है हमारा ओपन इंटरवल है, सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस, एंड 3 पे भी हमारा ओपन इंटरवल है, दैट्स व्हाई दिस, सो ऑन, ये ऊपर भी जाएगा और ये नीचे भी आएगा। ओके, so now tell me, what about this function rt equal to cos t sin t and greatest integer of t. Part is this vector. Now tell me what will be the which values of t this function will be considered.
Sir, the continuous values is a complete R except integral values, sir.
Exactly. Very good. Just care to explain, Harish.
Sir, cos t is continuous for entire R, sir. Sin t is continuous for entire R. And step function is continuous for entire R except at integral points, sir. So,
Right. So what Harish is saying, so we can see this from the graph. राइट, ग्राफ से हम डायरेक्ट देख पा रहे हैं कि ये कहाँ कहाँ कंटिन्यूस नहीं है। देखो ये इंटीजर पॉइंट्स है 1 2 3 4, यहाँ पे जो है हमारा देयर इज अ ब्रेकेज ऑफ द फंक्शन, राइट, देयर इज अ ब्रेकेज ऑफ द फंक्शन, बिकॉज अगर हम इस फंक्शन को अलग से देखें, अगर ये हमारा स्टेप जी है, तो ये अगर हम लिमिट कंसीडर करें, इसका लिमिट x टेंड्स टू सॉरी t टेंड्स टू 2 अगर हम कंसीडर करें, इफ वी कंसीडर लिमिट t टेंड्स टू 2, तो ये एग्जिस्ट करेगा, क्योंकि देखो 2 पे जो है 2 पे हमारा लेफ्ट हैंड और राइट हैंड लिमिट अलग हो जाएगा, राइट। 2 पे हमारा जो लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट होगा दैट विल बी 1 एंड जो राइट हैंड लिमिट होगा दैट विल बी 3, so we can say that this will not exist. तो कंटिन्यूटी के केस में मैंने क्या दिखाया अभी, that this should be, कहाँ गया, हाँ, in this what I have just shown, left hand limit, right hand limit and the functional value, these three should be same to become continuous. okay, तो यहाँ पे हमारा वायलेट हो रहा है कंटिन्यूटी का डेफिनेशन स्टेप जी का एट इंटीग्रल पॉइंट्स पे हमारा जो ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर फंक्शन है दैट विल नॉट बी कंटिन्यूस, जो हम ग्राफ से भी देख पा रहे हैं, ठीक है, जो हम ग्राफ से भी देख पा रहे हैं, तो वी कैन से दैट दिस फंक्शन विल बी कंटिन्यूअस आर माइनस z, that is the set of all integers. okay, तो समझ में आया, इज देयर एनी डिफिकल्टी अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस, किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम ये एग्जांपल समझने में, दैट हाउ इट इज नॉट कंटिन्यूअस एट इंटीग्रल पॉइंट। मैं ग्राफ फिर से ड्रॉ करूं, किसी को थोड़ा सा भी दिक्कत है तो मुझे बताना। that how greatest integer function is not continuous at integral points, किसी को कोई परेशानी नहीं है? तो थोड़ा सा मैं डिफिकल्ट कर दूं इसको, अगर आप लोगों को परेशानी है नहीं तो। हरीश मत बताना अभी, टेल मी इंस्टेड ऑफ box t, what about box t minus 1?
give me 1 minute, sir.
पर फिर भी यही होगा ये तो।
पक्का?
हाँ एक वैल्यू पहले हो जाएगी ना सर उसकी फिर।
Yes, sir. The same will happen.
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली, देखो बाकियों को समझ में आ रहा है ना ये स्टेप एक्स कैसे काम कर रहा है, यहाँ पे कहीं से कोई क्वेरीज नहीं, कुछ क्वेश्चन नहीं, इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूँ। ठीक है चलो, पूछोगे नहीं तो मैं कैसे बताऊंगा? नाउ evaluate this. Easy, right? ये बता दो क्या होगा? What will be the answer for this?
9 minus 2 1 by 3.
9 I
My-
cap minus 2 J cap 0.3 K cap.
Okay. Let's move further to definition of. ये सारा definition हम कर रहे हैं. Okay, continuity derivative are there. Okay, again, definition. Have you guys? We didn't cover the definition of derivative in terms of real valued function, right? तो यहाँ पे आप definition देख लो, तो मैं आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा अपडेट दे दूंगा यहाँ से. If Rt is a vector valued function, we define the derivative of Rt with respect to t to be the vector valued function r prime given by limit h tends to 0 r of t plus h minus rt divided by h. Okay. So the domain of r prime consists of all values of t in the domain of rt for which the limit exists. So basically ये क्या है? This is the same definition as real valued differentiation. Okay. This is the same definition as real valued differentiation. तो हम लोग एक बार देख लेते हैं how we can. So definition of derivative in real valued function. तो इसको थोड़ा सा समझो. सेम वही हमारा एप्सिलॉन डेल्टा वाला डेफिनेशन ही काम करेगा यहाँ पे भी, लिमिटिंग वाला. बट वो क्या है हमारा? तो अब तक जो आप लोग करते कर रहे थे, तो दैट इज बेसिकली व्हाट यू ऑलवेज फाइंड आउट dx dt, राइट? यू ऑलवेज, सॉरी, dy dx, राइट? आप ये निकाल रहे थे, तो बेसिकली ये है क्या? व्हाट इज दिस बेसिकली? आप लोग इफ दे गिव यू दिस फंक्शन, आप dy dx क्या लिख देते हो? 2x लिख देते हो डायरेक्ट, ठीक है? उसके बाद 2 लिख देते हो, फर्दर डेरिवेटिव करोगे. तो ये बेसिकली है क्या? तो ये बेसिकली अगर आपका एक फंक्शन है y equal to fx, okay, then what is this basically? What is if they want you to find out the derivative at x equal to c, then if you go by the definition, then it will be like this: limit x tends to c fx minus fc divided by x minus c. What is basically f prime c, right? अगर हम इस डेफिनेशन से भी चलेंगे, नॉर्मली अगर मैं एफ एक्स इक्वल टू एक्स स्क्वायर ले लेता हूँ, ठीक है? तो एफ प्राइम एक्स क्या होगा हमारा? 2x होगा. और अगर हमें डेरिवेटिव चाहिए एट एक्स इक्वल टू 2, दिस वैल्यू विल गिव अस 4. राइट। तो सेम चीज हम इस लिमिट से भी निकाल सकते हैं। तो c क्या है हमारा, x इक्वल टू 2, एफ एक्स इज एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस सी स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई x minus c. Now if you consider the limit, right? सॉरी, यहाँ पे c के जगह पे हमारा 2 हो जाएगा। This will be limit x tends to 2 x plus, okay, so this will be basically 4. These two values are same. So just let me give you the definition of derivability in terms of real valued function. Now, what we can do here, just to keep a parity with the definition in the book, basically what it is doing, now let's say here is your function, okay, y equal to fx. Now again, here is some points, okay. Now this value is fc. Now do you guys remember the concept of slope? ui dx जो क्या होता है हमारा, टेंजेंट का स्लोप होता है, राइट? y इक्वल टू fx पॉइंट पे, let's say this will be the tangent, okay, ये पॉइंट जो है हमारा c कॉमा f, ये okay, I'll discuss this in the next class, okay. ये जो है मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में इसको अच्छे से prepare some time insight of this limiting definition of differentiation, okay. ये थोड़ा सा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग, क्योंकि बुक में जो है आप लोगों का यहाँ पे they didn't mention that how this definition is coming as डिफरेंशिएशन। आप लोगों ने लिमिटिंग डेफिनेशन तो करी नहीं है ना डिफरेंशिएशन की, जैसे हमने कंटिन्यूटी और लिमिट की दिखाया, you guys didn't do it, right? So before going into there, we'll try to understand that definition also, okay. Okay.